but it was a life she didn't want. Her dream, her business plan, was calling to her. She knew it was now or never. The fallout was immediate and catastrophic. Her family was devastated and humiliated. Her fiancé's family was insulted. The entire village was scandalized. Mena was branded a traitor, a selfish daughter who had brought shame upon her family. She had broken a sacred tradition and betrayed the trust of everyone who loved her. From their perspective, she had stolen money intended for her own honorable future and her family's security, all for a childish fantasy. Mina, now alone in a big city with a bag of cash and a heart full of guilt and determination, began building her empire. The first few years were incredibly tough. She faced loneliness, skepticism, and the constant fear of failure. Every setback felt like a confirmation of her family's fears. Was she selfish? Had she made a terrible mistake? The weight of her decision was immense. But her passion was stronger than her fear. She used the money to build her e-commerce website, Village Weaves. She traveled to other villages, persuading skeptical artisans to trust her. She handled the photography, the marketing, the customer service, all by herself. She worked 18-hour days, fueled by coffee and the burning desire to prove that her dream was not a fantasy. Soon, orders were pouring in from all over the world. People loved the authentic handcrafted products and the story behind them. The artisans, who initially doubted her, started earning more than they ever had in their lives. They were able to send their children to better schools, improve their homes, and live with dignity. She was featured in magazines and online articles as a visionary entrepreneur who was empowering rural communities. But one thing was missing: her family. She had tried to contact them over the years, sending money and letters, but they were always returned. The wound she had inflicted was too deep. Years later, with her company thriving, Mena decided she had to go back. She drove her expensive car back to the dirt roads of her village, her heart pounding with a mix of pride and dread. She didn't know if she would be welcomed or chased away. When she arrived, the village was transformed. There were new houses, a new school, and a community clinic. As she walked through the streets, she saw the tangible impact of her work. Children were well-dressed, and the marketplace was bustling. She found her parents living in a new, comfortable home, a home built with the money she had been sending back, which the village headman had been holding for them. Her reunion with her parents was emotional and complicated. There were tears, accusations, but also a flicker of understanding. They saw the woman she had become and the good she had done. They saw that her rebellion had not just built her future, but had lifted the entire community. It wasn't an instant forgiveness, but it was a beginning. She broke tradition, defied her parents, and used money that, by all cultural standards, was not hers to take for such a purpose. So, I have to ask you, was she right? She was trapped in a system that would have extinguished her potential. The bride price, in this context, was essentially a transaction for her life's path. By taking it, she was reclaiming her own agency, investing in a dream that ultimately benefited not just herself, but hundreds of others. But then, there's the other side. Can we really condone taking the money? It was given in good faith for a specific purpose, a marriage alliance that her family depended on. Her actions caused immense pain, shame, and a breach of trust. No matter how successful she became, does the end justify the means? Could she have found another way? A slower, more respectful path that didn't involve such a deep betrayal of her family's trust and cultural norms. By honoring her tradition, she would have upheld her family's honor and followed the path laid out for her, which many would argue is the duty of a daughter. This is not a simple story with a simple hero. Mina is a complex figure. I'm fascinated to read what you think. Thank you so much for watching and for being part of this difficult but important conversation. If you found this story compelling, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that makes you think. Until next time, stay curious.